Thor Love and Thunder is basically everything I wanted Thor Ragnarok to be. Because as people who know me know, I don't like Thor Ragnarok. And that's putting it nicely. I kinda hate Thor Ragnarok. Or at least I did when I watched it. Who knows? Maybe I could rewatch it and I'll awaken to how great it is. But I highly doubt that. And you might think, wait, they're both the same director. But they're both not the same writers. Because Thor Ragnarok was handled by somebody completely different than Taika Waititi as far as the writing goes. Whereas Thor Love and Thunder is Taika Waititi, and I'm gonna cheat and just put her name right here. Right in this weird vortex thingy I'm doing. Unless that's cut off by the camera, but I highly doubt it. And that's because with Thor Ragnarok, it's an action comedy with like no action. No comedy that worked for me. Like, I don't think I cracked a smile at a single joke. I'm apparently a hard crowd to please. And no, I'm actually not, because I laughed at Lightyear, so I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you can take away my film criticism card there? I don't know. But this has basically everything I like in a movie. Stakes, good action, good comedy, made me care for characters I never cared for. I never cared for Valkyrie. Ever. I don't think I cared for Jane Foster. Heck, even the black-haired girl who's Jane Foster's friend I never cared for. And I had a smidgen of care for her in this movie. And then you've got Christian Bale probably turning in his best role in a comic book movie. And yes, I do know what she wants out now. You really are a menace. Go on, menace. Enjoy yourself. Where was I? Oh yeah. Christian Bale as Gore is great. He's fantastic. He probably surpasses his role as Batman for me. And maybe if Batman didn't do the stupid voice in those movies, I might actually debate which is better. But it's all Gore for me. And part of that's that he's well written. Honestly, a lot of things about him, other than maybe the fact that his backstory doesn't get enough time to breathe, is really fucking good. But yeah, you've got the cancer subplot with Jane. Not subplot. It's like the female plot, and that seems like a weird way to describe it. It's like the main plot A, main plot B, which sounds paradoxical, but I swear it isn't. I'm not doing a good job of describing this. But trust me that both Thor's plots are just as important as the other, because this is a romance film. This is a children's film, but not a children's film, because I think this has too many mentions of orgies to be a children's film. But, I mean, Gore has nightmares, like literal nightmares, and children fight them and Gore. So, I mean, it's like a children's film that's not a children's film. And I'm pretty sure I could think of a lot off the top of my head if I wasn't on the spot. What I'm saying is, this is probably my favorite Marvel movie in forever, and I loved the new Doctor Strange. Even if I more so loved it just because it's classic Raimi and not necessarily because it's great. If that makes sense. But yeah, I highly recommend this. I think it's one of the better Marvel movies. I think it has one of the better Marvel villains. I cared about basically everyone in this movie. Again, I cared about Valkyrie and Jane Foster. And to a lesser extent, the black-haired girl. And Korg's always great, even in Thor Ragnarok. But, if you're looking for heart, pretty well-written story, great themes, you cannot go wrong with Thor Ragnarok. Especially since Zeus is an asshole, and he's super fun, and I think he's basically everything I wanted, that guy to be, Jeff Goldblum, that guy to be in Thor Ragnarok. And, you also have fucking Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in this movie, so really, you got everything you could possibly ask for in this movie. It's like a straight up 8 out of 10. But yeah, I don't know what my next review or video will be on this channel. I'll probably have like a weird tasting video on my other channel. Unless you're on TikTok, that'll just go to TikTok. Because I post these on TikToks now. I post these on TikTok now because they do better view-wise. But yeah, until next time, this is Mad Silence signing out.